Okay, so you've decided you want to quit smoking and you're worried that it's going to be hard. Guess what? You're right. Nicotine is just as addictive as most opioids, and it has a similar effect on your brain in that it creates a physical addiction. Nicotine reduces your brain's ability to break down dopamine. Now, dopamine is a chemical that creates a sensation of reward within your brain. So the more dopamine, the more reward, and therefore it's easier to understand why it is so addictive. In fact, research shows that 1 out of 3 people, according to Lyman, Wright, and Myrick in 2008, will go on to become addicted to cigarettes if they smoke 20 cigarettes. George and Onken in 2005 suggests that whereas only 3 to 20% of people who try cocaine become addicted, as many as 33 to 50% of people who experiment with smoking go on to become addicted. This kind of explains why it's also so very difficult to give up. There's also this concern with getting over the withdrawal symptoms. Harold Dalweiker in Concepts of Chemical Dependency on page 224 says that the emotional symptoms of withdrawal range from anxiety to irritability to depression. There can be insomnia or lethargy. As your circulatory system begins to repair itself, this can create a sensation of tingling in your extremities, your hands, feet, toes, fingers, as your capillaries start repairing. And of course, there's always the cough that goes along with quitting smoking. That's because your lungs are trying to clear themselves of all the tar that's built up in them during the duration of the time that you've been smoking. So now you know some of the symptoms that you may go through while you're quitting smoking. And you're worried maybe that you don't have the willpower to follow through on that. That's okay, because there's a variety of different aids available on the market to help you quit smoking, and most of these are now covered by your insurance companies. There's Zyban and Chantix. Both of these are drugs that help to reduce the craving for nicotine, and they also reduce the negative symptoms, withdrawal symptoms that you may go through. It's suggested for both of these that you take them for a 6-month course to alleviate any chance of relapse. There's ongoing research for nicotine addiction vaccination, which, though not approved yet by the FDA and not finalized, the basic premise is that it will remove the physical symptoms of the nicotine addiction itself. Of course, there's always nicotine replacement therapy in the form of patches, gums, lozenges. This will help you to gradually reduce your intake of nicotine while at the same time you're avoiding the harmful effects of smoking. If you're worried that you may not have the willpower to follow through on that, there's always hypnotherapy, which will help subconsciously reinforce your reasons for wanting to quit smoking. Just remember, if you really want to quit smoking, do not get discouraged if you backslide a couple of times. Almost everybody who tries to quit relapses a couple of times before actually becoming a successful non-smoker. The main thing is that you stick to your guns, you keep at it, and eventually you'll be a non-smoker too. Good luck.